Hey, beautiful souls. LT here again for day number 25 of the Affirmation Challenge. And today's affirmation is going to be, may you choose hope over fear. So again, deep breath in. May I choose hope over fear. So I really like this one. I probably say that. I've probably said that 24 other times now. But I think that it's a really positive way to look at fear, right? A lot of times we talk about fearlessness and overcoming and all these different things. And sometimes that can feel it can feel overwhelming. It can feel like there's a lot. It can feel, like there isn't another way. And maybe I know at times in my past I felt like maybe I wasn't strong enough or something like that. I think the way this affirmation, the way she wrote it down, kind of makes it seem more like that we have a little bit more power over it, right? And it's not saying that fear doesn't exist. There's no absence of it. It's what we do. I mean, because we're all gonna have fear, right? It's what we do when we're faced with it, when we have this confusion, when things are in disarray, when we're not sure what to do. It's what we do in those moments that means so much, right? Because there's going to be the moments where we get frozen up and we, are stifled and everything. And in the midst of that, if we can stay present with that, we can see, maybe what the next thing is. And in those moments, we can choose, you get to make a choice of, all right, what am I trying to do? I feel that when I'll just share about my journey. I've had these moments even since I've been here. So obviously selling all my stuff and traveling and everything is its own thing, and there's a lot of fear there. Um and in even being here, I've had people contact me, and I have a lot of people that are very supportive in my life, but there's still people that have doubts, and rightfully so, and I always want to address those things. I never try to hide. I don't avoid the fear. I try to meet it head on. This is something that I've learned. Like I made lists to ask myself, what is the worst thing that can happen? Like, what's the worst thing that can happen right now, aside from like death or something that I have zero control over. What's the worst that can happen? And like, really the worst that could happen is things don't really work out here. I buy a plane ticket, I head back, and I work some job that maybe, that's still going to be better than what the fuck I was doing, you know? Um, I literally can't think of something that's like the worst. Um, things fall apart and things get built back up. Everything's so temporary, and so when I really started looking at what is the worst, so in my past when I've had like a job, I'm like, okay, what's the worst thing that can happen? I lose this job. Okay, then what happens after that? Well, I know in my experience, I find a new job, right? And it might not be the same thing. I might not make the same or whatever, but I'm provided for, right? I can find a way to provide for myself. And it's been like that with anything. What happens if this relationship ends? What happens, and most of the time I'm scared of the unknown. And what I'm doing with this affirmation, and what I at least what I like about this affirmation, is I'm choosing to believe in the hope. That was something that was dead in me for so many years. And instead, when I'm faced with that unknown that we're all faced with, I choose to see the possibilities. We've talked about abundance. We've talked about how available everything is. Well, this is another chance to practice that, right? When we're faced with fear, especially fear of unknown, I think a lot of our fears boil down to that. We're scared of who we're going to be when this happens, or we're scared that we're not going to be there when it happens. Choosing to think, okay, I'm, moving across the world, and there's endless possibilities there, and I can meet incredible people there, and I can find love and abundance and everything there, right? The new job, the new, whatever it is, moving somewhere, uh, literally anything. There's that unknown, and we get to make that choice, right? And that choice ends up becoming a belief, but we have to act our way into it. So make that list, make that pro con list, whatever fears you're dealing with, boil it down to the base fear and be realistic about it. but then choose hope, right? Choose to believe that it's going to work. That's what I got today. Again, love you guys. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow.